Canada is a great country to live in, but some cities are just more expensive than others. And it doesn't all have to start with Toronto and Vancouver. There are other options outside of those two urban centers. It's simply just a big, beautiful country just waiting to be explored. It just doesn't have to end with Toronto and Vancouver on both ends. But the challenge is, it's so expensive in Toronto and Vancouver that it makes everything else that much more difficult. If all your money is going towards your mortgage payment, your car payment, your rent payment, and just other living expenses, you really don't have money or time for anything else. That's why today in this video, I'm about to show you alternatives to the big options like Toronto and Vancouver that you can enjoy a high quality of life at a much lower cost of living. What that means is that you can find affordable housing, affordable payment options for utilities, groceries, entertainment options, everything else in between. Before we dive into this list, a quick mention that instead of using a spreadsheet to manually crunch numbers to figure out where you want to live next, whether you should buy or whether you should rent, or whether that next investment property actually makes sense or not, I want you to check out Landlord. Landlord is a platform that helps you manage and optimize your property portfolio with data-driven insights and actions. With Landlord, you can analyze your property and see if numbers stack up before buying. You can stay updated with the latest features such as the Work Center or My Documents. Landlord is designed for those who want to stay organized and on track of their property portfolio. You can also use its latest features to plan your next renovation projects, repairs, maintenance tasks, or any other work you need to do on your property. So before you decide to pack up and move to Winnipeg, try a Landlord and see if the numbers make sense for you before you pack out of Toronto. I will leave a link to Landlord in the description below so you can check it out today. With over 1,100 cities and towns to choose from across the country spread over thousands of kilometers across different landscapes, how do you know what is the best option for you, for your family, for your wallet? And that's what this video is about today. What are some of the best options for you to consider that doesn't cost an arm and a leg? And one of the best things you can do for your wallet is find a city or a town that gives you a great opportunity, but it doesn't cost you all that much, so you can live at a lower cost of living. In this video, I'm going to cover 10 affordable options to live in, starting with the most expensive, and even the most expensive option on this list will cost you a fraction of what it does in Toronto and Vancouver. So starting with the most expensive to the least expensive. Starting with number 10 on the list, we are taking a look at Sherbrooke, Quebec. The city of Sherbrooke is predominantly a bilingual city, located roughly 2 hours driving distance within Montreal. It's located in the Est region of Quebec with a population of about 175,000. The city of Sherbrooke is surrounded by beautiful lush forests, beautiful lakes, well-maintained golf courses. Sherbrooke is an outdoor oasis perfect for city dwellers and those looking for adventures. Take a look at some of the stats on Sherbrooke. The average monthly expense for a single person, meaning your cost of living per month, is roughly $788. Add on the cost of a one bedroom in the city center, you're looking at an extra $613 a month. The average salary in the region is roughly around $62,000, and the average cost to buy a home is roughly $466,562, meaning if you were to put down a 10% deposit, and with today's interest rate environment, your monthly mortgage payment will be just under $2,700. And the really cool thing about Sherbrooke, Quebec, is that its downtown area is filled with charming shops, restaurants, and galleries that's suitable for the full family to enjoy all year round. If you're looking for that small town charm with a fraction of a living cost compared to Toronto and Vancouver, this is it. It may be a small city, and most of the cities on this list tend to be smaller cities, but that's the beauty of it. You got that small city charm with access to big adventure and the big outdoors. It may be the perfect place to start search for your new home, all at the fraction of the cost of living what you find in Toronto and Vancouver. Honestly, not bad considering this is the most expensive option on this list. Number 9 on this list, and staying in the Quebec region, we are talking about Quebec City. Quebec City has a population just under 550,000, and it is a capital of the province of Quebec. Quebec City is also a UNESCO World Heritage Treasure, built with cobblestone streets, historic buildings, and fine cuisine. Of course, you're going to expect that with that French heritage. You expect to find that fine cuisine. And Quebec City is also Canada's most walkable city, and I'm sure that European charm is going to win you over. And take a look at the stats of Quebec City. The average monthly cost of living for a single person is roughly $835, and the average rent for a one-bedroom apartment is roughly $942. The average salary in the region is roughly $61,000, and the average cost to buy a home is roughly $460,000. And if you were to put a 10% down at today's interest rates, that means your monthly mortgage payment will be just under $2,650. Quebec City is honestly a very unique and really cool city in Canada. It has over 400 years of history, demonstrating a strong connection to French culture. And if you're an adventure seeker, nature lover, the areas surrounding Quebec are for you because it offers plenty of natural outdoor activities, just perfect for picnics, hiking, biking, skiing, sightseeing. It's got a vibrant art community. And Quebec City is also home to many local artists, boutique shops, and public markets. And with plenty of development happening in the area, whether you're looking for a house, a townhome, a condo, you're going to find something that suits your budget and for your family needs. This may be the perfect place to start your search. Quebec City. Moving out west for number 8 on the list, we are looking at Red Deer, Alberta. Red Deer, Alberta is about halfway between Calgary and Edmonton. This is a central and modern Albertan city. It's growing, it's thriving as a third largest city in the province with a population of just over 100,000 people. Taking a look at the stats on Red Deer, your average cost of living for a single person per month is going to be roughly $861. Add on your average cost for a one-bedroom apartment, you're looking at about $948. The average salary in the region is over $68,000, and the average cost to buy a home in the area, you're looking at roughly $450,000. And you put 10% down at today's interest rates, that means your monthly mortgage payment will be just under $2,600. There's a reason young families are flocking to Red Deer. It's got that small town charm with big city amenities. It's like the Milton version of Ontario, if you know what I mean. You'll find a very comfortable lifestyle in Red Deer. It's equipped with a respected school system, respected healthcare centers, recreational activities, and beautiful, clean parks and surrounding neighborhoods. And residents can enjoy a mixture of events and festivals year-round, such as the Red Deer Festival of Performing Arts, the Red Deer Summer Centerfest, and various music performances all year round. Red Deer is perfectly located when it comes to certain industries, such as cattle production, oil, grain. Large corporations are in Red Deer, and that's why you'll find residents are comforted by a stable job market. If Calgary is feeling too crowded and Edmonton's too far up north, then maybe Red Deer is that perfect spot for you. Staying in that western part of Canada, we are taking a stop on number 7 on the list, and that is Winnipeg, Manitoba. Winnipeg is not only the capital, but also the largest city in the province of Manitoba. It has a population of over 700,000, and fun fact, it is also the 7th largest city in all of Canada. It's a major urban center that often gets overlooked. Yes, the city remains covered in snow for about 1/3 of the year, but also gets quite hot in the summers. City of Winnipeg is known as the gateway to the West. Winnipeg is a railway and transportation hub with a diversified economy. This is a multicultural city that hosts numerous annual festivals for everyone. It's got a vibrant nightlife, got a combination of world-class cuisines, festivals, museums, galleries, and international retailers. It makes Winnipeg an exciting place to call home. It's honestly one of the cities that has gone under the radar. It's a big place where you can find a home, got access to multicultural events and cuisines. There's a lot of things you can find in Winnipeg. It's just waiting to be explored, and often just falls on the shadow of Toronto and Vancouver, and Calgary to a certain extent. Let's take a look at some of the deeper stats on the city of Winnipeg. The average cost of living for a single person per month is roughly around $885. The average one bedroom will cost you about $1,000 in rent, and the average salary is just over $64,000. The average cost to buy a home is just under $350,000, and if you put a 10% down on deposit, and with today's interest rates, your monthly mortgage payment will be less than $2,000. You're not even going to find a one-bedroom apartment for $2,000 in the GTA. And with housing costs costing less than the national average, and some of the lowest published electricity rates in all of North America, Winnipeg is one of the most affordable cities in all the country. It's the 7th largest city in Canada, and one of the most affordable. It just goes overlooked. My 2 cents for you is if you're looking for an affordable city, a sophisticated city that's not overcrowded, is a major urban center, Winnipeg might be the place to start your search. Coming right back to Quebec for number 7 on the list, we are taking a look at Trois-Rivières, Quebec. Trois-Rivières is a city in Quebec with a population of less than 140,000, and it is only 2 hours away from Montreal. This hidden gem of a city is known for its rock-bottom living costs and is home to some of Quebec's best traditional theaters, art galleries, and historic homes. You're going to find that a lot with places in Quebec that are rich in culture because it has that European connection. So if you are interested in that type of art experience, more the performances, the music, the theaters, Quebec makes a great place to call home. And take a look at the stats on Trois-Rivières. Your average cost of living per month for a single person is going to be roughly $670 a month. Your average one bedroom will cost you in rent $560 a month. And if you're taking a look at the average salary, it's just under $65,000. And the average cost to buy a home is roughly $326,000. That means with a 10% down and today's interest rates, your monthly mortgage payment is going to be less than $1,900. And even in the areas that are just outside of Toronto, outside of the GTA, outside of Greater Vancouver, you're not going to find anything for $1,900. The beauty about Quebec and the city of Trois-Rivières is that it's got a historic district that features traditional French village style. And there's several notable bridges across the local waterways that offer some amazing scenic views. Trois-Rivières is a great place for young artists, remote workers, and those who are looking for that perfect combination of a growing, forward-thinking city that features quaint historical aspects. Taking a quick stop here, we are now halfway on this list, and the next 5 I'm about to share with you, these are some of the absolute lowest cost of living options for you to consider. The point of this list isn't just to show you the middle of nowhere where you can just buy a home and do nothing. The point of this list was to give you options that are affordable, where you can work in those environments, where you can raise a family, where you can do outdoor activities, go see performances, musical theaters, whatever you want. You can enjoy life. You can enjoy a quality of life. You can experience Canada for all it has to offer. Just not be bogged down with the high cost of living. So continuing right along, we are taking a stop in Alberta once again for number 5 on our list, which is Lloydminster. Lloydminster is a bit of an interesting city. It's known as a border town. What that means is that it sits on the edge of both Alberta and Saskatchewan. If you take a look at this image from Google Maps, you'll notice that one end of Lloydminster is Saskatchewan. On the other end, you'll find Alberta. So you can literally just, by crossing that road, you'll be in Saskatchewan, Alberta, depending on the time of day. It has a population of just under 20,000, and it's a fairly rural area that doesn't feature large city centers, shopping malls, or other attractions. But the benefit is that the average cost of a single room rental is roughly $750, which is less than half what you'll pay in larger cities. And take a look at some of the other stats on the city of Lloydminster. The average cost of living for a single person without rent is roughly $695. The average salary is just over $56,000, and the average cost to buy a home is $320,000. And if you put 10% down, with today's interest rates, that means your monthly mortgage payment will be less than $1,850. Yes, Lloydminster doesn't feature amenities that you'll find in large urban centers, but it is for those maybe who want to get away from that maybe are just looking for a small, quiet town. What's interesting is that Lloydminster has become a popular retirement destination due to its low cost of living and safety. The biggest local attraction in Lloydminster is the Gold Horse Casino. So if you're not into gambling, you'll also find several local parks that offer disc golf, water sports, and just some amazing natural trails. So if you're looking for a place that's in the prairie provinces, small town feel, like really small town, less than 20,000, you're not really interested in those large, big city amenities, you want to enjoy a peaceful, maybe a retirement, or just get away from it all, Lloydminster could be a great option. Number 4 on the list is another gem of a city. It is Regina, Saskatchewan, another city that again gets overshadowed by the likes of Montreal, the likes of Toronto, the likes of Vancouver. But Regina definitely holds up its own. This is a capital city of the province of Saskatchewan with a population just over 215,000, and it's halfway between Alberta and Manitoba. This beautiful city experiences all 4 seasons and all of its natural goodness. It has plenty of outdoor activities to be enjoyed all year round. In fact, Regina offers more outdoor park space per person compared to any other major Canadian city. While temperature averages below zero in the winter months, that's to expect you. This is Canada after all. It's also important to highlight that Regina is the sunniest capital city in Canada. Taking a look at more stats on Regina, the average cost of living for a single person is roughly $862. The average one-bedroom will cost you $920, and the average salary in the area is just under $67,000. The average cost to buy a home is just over $300,000, coming in at $305,000. That means with the average mortgage rates and 10% down, your mortgage payment will be just over $1,750. This is a great deal to live in a capital city, might I add, the sunniest capital city, and with that monthly mortgage payment, you're looking to pay half of what just the rent payment will cost you in Vancouver. I really want to just emphasize this, that for half the rent payment, you could own your own home in Regina, Saskatchewan. So if you're just thinking, well, there's no point in moving to Regina and be out of a job, the city is full of opportunity in some great industries. This is a vibrant city infused with art, culture. If you're looking for an economic center, a great place to grow a family where it does not cost an arm and a leg, this place, Regina, should be on your list. So that was the last of the prairie provinces on this list. For the next three, we're going back out east, and number 3 on this list is St. John's, New Brunswick. The charming city of St. John boasts a population of just under 70,000, and it is the oldest incorporated city in all of Canada. A ton of Canadian history, a ton of history in general, in the heart of New Brunswick. St. John's is the second largest city in this beautiful Atlantic province of New Brunswick. It's nestled right on the Bay of Fundy, where you'll find homes that are a mix of modern development and original historic architecture. The economy traditionally relied heavily on the shipbuilding industry, which is one of the oldest economic producers. And if you think about it, it makes sense that shipbuilding was a huge industry. It still is to some degree today, because it's right on the coast of the Bay of Fundy, which leads into the Atlantic. And take a look at some of the stats of the city, you'll find the average cost of living for a single person is roughly $698. The average cost of one bedroom is $873. The average salary in the area is roughly $62,500, and the average cost to buy a home is less than $300,000, coming in at $293,800. And with 10% down, today's interest rates, that means your monthly mortgage payment will be less than $1,700. St. John's is a thriving center for business hubs dedicated to innovation, creativity, sustainability that supports a work-life balance, making this another city of opportunity. So why would you want to consider St. John's? Well, for one, it sits in the beautiful Atlantic region, and two, locals love the area because you'll find everything from large brand shops to local boutiques, recreational activities, leisure activities, not to mention lower home prices than the national average, and the largest transit system in all of New Brunswick. The whole part of this video is to show you that there are so many beautiful, lovely places that are outside of, again, Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal. They take up so much limelight that the other areas of the country just don't get the same coverage. That was a point of bringing you these amazing options. There's beautiful geographies, beautiful architecture, just beautiful cities of opportunity waiting for residents to call home. But we're not done just yet. There's still 2 more great opportunities left on this list. For number 2 on this list, we're making a quick stop back again in the province of Quebec, looking at Saguenay, Quebec. Saguenay is a beautiful waterfront city nestled among the shores of the Saguenay River, north of Quebec City, with a population of less than 145,000. Saguenay boasts some of Quebec's most iconic villages that feature original French architecture, small streets, and lots of local family-owned businesses. And take a look at some of the other stats on the city. The average cost of living for the area for a single person is roughly $756. The average one bedroom will only cost you $500. Like, you're not going to find even a closet for $500 in Toronto or Vancouver. Yeah, not even a walk-in closet will get you $500. That's how crazy it is. The average salary in the region is less than $64,000, and the average cost to buy, you're looking at just under $270,000. That means with your average 10% down, with your average interest rates today, your monthly mortgage payment will be just under $1,550. This is an isolated oasis in the beautiful Canadian Shield. Many Saguenay residents pride themselves on their active lifestyle and commitment to nature. It's surrounded by stunning boreal forests. The city is committed to sustainable wilderness and to ensure residents and tourists will be able to explore the magic of the forest for years to come. And the last stop on this list in this journey across the country, number 1 on this list is New Glasgow, Nova Scotia. New Glasgow is a small riverfront town located on the east riverbanks of Nova Scotia. It has a population of just over 9,000 people and has become a popular travel destination in recent years. And despite its small size, New Glasgow features a growing town center that offers plenty of local restaurants, antique shops, and other small businesses. If you want to enjoy the great outdoors in the amazing Atlantic provinces, this is an option. You'll find plenty of activities in the deeply wooded regions surrounding New Glasgow. And taking a look at the stats of the area, your average cost of living for a single person is $795. The average rent for one bedroom is roughly $800. The average salary in the region is roughly $61,000. And the cost to buy a home, you're looking at less than $250,000, coming in at $240,000. 10% down, average interest rates today, your monthly mortgage payment will be less than $1,400. So if you're into arts and culture, you'll find New Glasgow as a revitalized town center, as well as the Glasgow Square Theatre, which features Canadian theatrical performances and hosts concerts year-round. The cost of living in the area is one of the lowest in all of Canada, and that's the reason why it's number 1 on this list. I'm sure there's areas of the country that are far lower than New Glasgow, so if you know what those areas are, please definitely do let me know, and I'd love to add them to this list. For all intents and purposes, the point of this video was to show you that Canada is a big country, from the prairie provinces to Atlantic region to Quebec, with its historic connections to French culture, European cobblestone streets, architecture, you name it. There is a lot to experience in each province, meaning you don't have to spend all of your money on just your rent, your mortgage, your utilities, your car. You can save a lot of that money and experience life living in a beautiful town or city where you can experience life in general. That was the purpose of this list. The bottom line is that if you're open to new opportunities and experiences, Canada is a big, beautiful country. It just gets overshadowed by cities I've been talking about, like Toronto and Vancouver. That was the point of this video, to show you what Canada has to offer from coast to coast. If you're open to new opportunities, to new experiences, there's many places that are just waiting to be explored, and are waiting for you to potentially call home. Thank you so much for watching and making it to the tail end of this video. Hopefully you're able to uncover some amazing gems of cities and towns in this country. And if you know of people who are interested in living outside of Toronto and Vancouver, and they just don't know where to start, please share this video so they can see some of the most affordable options in Canada on their next place to call home. I also have exclusive offers for you to check out in the description of this video. Some amazing discounts and sign-up bonuses, so please check those out. Check out the links. It's a big support to the channel and for this video. And last but definitely not least, please make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and thanks button on the bottom of this video. That's it for now. I'll talk to you in the comment section.